This is by agreement has been broken by both sides. So there's an ongoing armed conflict. But at the same time, there are splinter groups on both sides with their own political agenda. For example, the mainstream MILF, the more Islamic Liberation Front, that is the secessionist group. It's a genuine revolutionary movement. It's a national liberation movement. They have about 15,000 fully armed regulars, full time. It's supposed to be controlled by central command and governed by a program, right? But within that revolutionary army, there are small groups also being directed at the local level by local commanders. They're called rogue MILF or terrorists and so on. They come to part in the operates like terrorist groups. They start coming. And generally the agenda is political. For example, if Arroyo wants to create a state of chaos in Metro Manila or in the zone, to lay the basis for military takeover with error of the individual. These groups can just start bombing. In fact, I suspect that the bombings that are taking place here, which are very similar to the bombings in 1972, before the declaration of martial law by Marcos. I remember those bombings because at that time we were already, I was in the Constitutional Convention drafting a new constitution. And right in our session hall, we were bombed there. Yeah, we were bombed. A huge bomb exploded, but in the toilet. In the toilet. But anyway, that was when Marcos was laying the basis to declare martial law.
Okay, so they're trying to instigate.
You know, the situation is almost identical. Arroyo wants to do that. She wants to stay in power beyond her constitutional term. So you see, that's the situation in our country today.